In this video, we'll cover the development process for pagination. We've built our project so far, and we're going to add this new feature for pagination in the bottom right. So here's our development process. The first thing is installing ng Bootstrap. Then we'll refactor the interface for GetResponse products. We'll add pagination support to the product service. We'll update our product list to handle pagination. And then finally, we'll enhance our HTML template to use the ng Bootstrap pagination component. Okay, step 1 of installing ng Bootstrap. So all of the installation instructions are at this given website, but we'll walk through it here on this slide. So we'll run the following commands in our Angular project directory. We'll use ng add Angular localize. This is a dependency for Angular 9 and higher. We'll also do an npm install on ng Bootstrap, and that'll actually install the ng Bootstrap component framework. Also, we need to import the module for pagination. So we need to edit our app-module.ts file and add a new entry here for imports for the ngB pagination module. All right, step 2 of refactoring the interface for GetResponse products. So we currently use the interface GetResponse products to map the JSON data from the REST API over to our TypeScript objects. So here we have underscore embedded, we map here, and then products array, we map here. So we have that coding in place already. We simply need to kind of enhance this a bit to support that metadata. So the response metadata has the valuable information for pagination. So at the bottom here, we have the page, we have size, elements, total pages, and number. We saw that in one of the previous videos as far as the data that's returned. And we need to grab this data and map this over to our TypeScript code. So here, let's refactor the interface to support the pagination metadata. So we have our JSON, and then this interface, and we add this new entry into our interface for page. And then we have those 4 properties: size, total elements, total pages, and number, because we need to capture that so we can use it in our Angular application. All right, step 3 of adding pagination support to our product service. So in our product service, we're going to add this new method, getProductListPaginate. We pass in parameters for pagination, the page and the page size. And then remember, Spring Data REST supports pagination out of the box, so we simply have to send over the parameters for page and size. And then in step 4, we need to update our product list to handle pagination. So we define some new properties for pagination. And then in our method handleListProducts, we call the service and pass in the parameters. And then notice here the page number -1, because pagination component in Angular, the pages are 1 based. In Spring Data REST, the pages are 0 based. So we need to kind of decrement that value accordingly before sending it over to the back end. Then we actually process the result that came from the back end. And so when data arrives from the product service, we set the properties based on that data. And everything on the right-hand side of the assignment is data from the Spring Data REST JSON from the back end. And so we have to do a small thing on the page number again, right? The back end is 0 based. The pagination component in Angular is 1 based. So we need to kind of add 1 to that value. Back end 0 based, front end 1 based. That's all we have to do, the little tricky stuff here with the math. And that's the coding there for step 4.